Hey there, guys and gals. Melodic Symphony here, and today we're going to be playing the last run-through of Roommates that isn't between Anne and Max. Now, I'm playing as Anne for this one, so my voice is going to be thrashed by the end of it, and probably just gonna cry. I don't know. Just probably just gonna cry. My voice is always gonna be trashed, so okay, let's go. Let's go on easy because I am a puss. A college, a glorious new world filled to the brim with opportunities for education, community service, and networking. Oh, and also absolutely soul-shakingly terrifying. The population of my hometown's around 5,000, and well, until now, the farthest I've been away from home is 10 miles. That was to stay with my grandparents while our house was getting fumigated. I've a hard time looking strangers in the eye, let alone talking to them. You may be wondering what a shy small-town girl like me is doing at Liberty University, the third largest school in the state. Well, I'm starting to wonder that myself. I thought I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, but this may be too much. As I walk down the street, I feel like everyone's staring at me. Okay, deep breaths, relax. Relax. Just smile naturally when you make eye contact. God. It's only a short distance to the place I'll be staying at for the rest of the year. I'm living in a house on campus. It's a little more expensive, but most of the tuition's covered through scholarships anyway, and while dorm living sounds loud and chaotic, the opposite of what I want, I think it'll be worth the investment. Hey, are you Anne? Well, a cute, well-dressed young man stands at the door of my house, holding a bundle of papers in his hand. Well, this must be my RA. Deep breaths. Yes. My name's Dominic. I'm the RA for Latin House. Hi, I'm Anne. Just come on in, have a seat. I'll start the orientation in a few minutes. Thank you. I'm trying not to think about how often I'm looking at the floor. Just another thing to work on this year. I'm about a step inside when, wham! I'm just knocked to the ground by someone barreling past me. Whoops, sorry. She just keeps running into the house. Hey, Isabel. I can't believe she just... He gives me a look of concern and holds out his hand. I'm so sorry, that was incredibly rude of her. Are you alright? Can you stand? I think so. I take his hand and just try to stand up. I didn't twist my ankle, but it still kind of hurt. I'm having a hard time thinking of anything that would have justified running that fast. Well, let alone not having the time to stop and apologize. Is everyone in this house like this? Oh, not at all, not at all. Well, everyone has their eccentricities. They're not all like Isabella, I swear. I would have quit the gig ages ago if they were. He gives me a reassuring smile. I want to make sure everyone here has a good living experience, so if anything's bothering you, just come talk to me. Thank you, again. I'm glad there's at least one person here I can talk to. Dominic seems very kind. Finally, I enter the house I'll be calling home for the next year. The first floor is huge. I can immediately see an oversized couch facing a nice big screen TV. There's also some kind of breakfast nook with a big table and an area with several bookshelves surrounding a bunch of comfortable-looking chairs. I sit on the couch and just take a book out of my purse. I love books of all flavors. At the moment, I've got a rather promising fantasy novel to start. But before I can get too far in the story, though, Dominic comes back. A young man with spiked hair swaggering in after him. A tall, handsome, bad boy vibe. The kind of boy my parents always wanted me to stay away from, despite not, actually having someone like him in a 70-mile radius. Even when they're standing next to each other, he and Dominic seem like they're from parallel worlds. Sup, I'm Max. And well, just as I thought, it's hard for me to look him in the eye. I mean, at least I maintained eye contact for a moment. Hey, no need to be shy. Anyone sitting? Ahem. Why don't you take a seat over there? Dominic points to the opposite end. I'm gonna have to get used to this. I just did a lot of recording with Max's voice being the announcer, so now I have to sort of have Anne's voice be the announcer, and my head is just not ready for this. And Dominic just points to the opposite end of the couch. What, I can't sit next to her? It's better that you both have more space. Bull, you just want to have her to your... Well, Dominic just slammed a packet full of papers in front of Max with a surprising force. Here are the house rules. And, of course, he just walks over to me and hands me the packet as well, of course, more delicately. I guess Max just irritates him. Let's go over them together. Anne, would you like to start? Okay. There should be no consumption, storage, or sale of alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs in the housing area. Well, nor shall any underage person be in the housing area while under the influence of the aforementioned substances. Students found in violation of this regulation are subject to dismissal from the housing area and remittance on unused rent under the terms of the contract. Well, I've never touched a drop of liquor in my life, and I shouldn't have to worry about this rule. There shall be no pets housed in or around the building. Well, that's too bad. A hamster might have been nice. Oh well. I should probably concentrate on school anyways. I'll go next. The sidewalk entries and stairwells of this building shall not be obstructed or used for any other purposes other than entering and exiting the respected areas of the house. No student shall interfere in any manner with any portion of the heating and lighting apparatus of fire protection equipment in or about the house. There will be no flammable materials or explosives stored in or about the housing area. Blatantly causing fire hazards? They've only put rules in after someone's done something dumb. I'm really having second thoughts about this place. Now, Max. Now, Max, what? Read the next two. Read the next two what? Read the next two rules. Please. Well, since he asks so nicely. Students shall not play musical instrument. Sorry, second time I made this mistake. Students shall not play musical equipment or instruments at such hours and at such volume as to disturb other students in the dormitories. Well, that's good. I hate when my sleep schedule gets interrupted. There will be no firearms or weapons permitted in or about the housing area. It is vital to Dominic that his iron-fisted rule over the populace of this household be lasting and eternal, such that any rebellion can be crushed within a moment's notice. Ha ha, very funny. Read it properly. Hey man, I'm just reading what's on the paper. Well, I just kind of have to read rule number 6, and oh wow, it's kind of amusing. I'll be back. Isabella! And Dominic just drops everything and tears up the stairs with the speed of an angry bull. Isabella? As in the Isabella that bumped into me earlier? She may have been rude, but I can't help but admire the sheer audacity it must have taken to edit the rule sheet right under Dominic's nose. I wish I could be half as fearless as that. Well, Dominic left so fast he dropped our keys, and Max just stands up and tosses me mine. I just managed to catch it. Well, I'm gonna bring in my gear, then tour the rest of this place. You coming? I actually can't remember. It's been forever since I've done the thing. I know exploring with Max gives points with him. I actually don't have the cheat sheet up, and I should probably pop it up when choices start coming in again. But since I know... you know what? Let's do it. Why not? Well, I did want to be more social. At the same time, I have no idea why you'd want me to come along when we're complete strangers. Why me? Well, I was just thinking it'd be easier if I introduce you to everyone. You seem kind of shy. Really? What? I'm a nice guy. I can't help but laugh, though I immediately feel bad about it. Luckily, Max is grinning, so I don't think I really hurt his feelings. Okay, I'll choose to believe you. Uh-huh? I mean, I'll come with you. He shoots me a gratified grin. That's the spirit. Come meet me in my room once you're done unpacking, alright? Alright. I bring my luggage up to my room. I had no idea what to pack for a year away from home, so I kind of brought as much as I could. All of my clothes, old notebooks, old scrapbooks, a microwave, a favorite tea mug, my favorite tea strainer, an ironing board, my sewing machine, my sewing kit, a bit of yarn, and knitting needles. The pillows I made in 6th grade, the needlepoint I made in 7th grade, pictures of my grandparents, parents, an extended family, a laptop, my cell phone, chargers for my laptop and cell phone, and 50 favorite books. Max just saunters into my room. I must have taken longer to unpack than I thought. Wow, restraint's not really your thing, is it? I suppose I may have overdone it a little bit. That's fine. It's one of those hoarding shows. If one of those hoarding shows comes by, I'll know which room to send them to. Hey, it's not that bad. Kidding. Hey, you ready? Sure, let's go. There's a sweet smell and some soft ambient music coming from the room next to mine. I wonder who lives here. I knock lightly on the door. Oh, there's no response. Come on, give it a little more force. But, look, we don't have all day. You can blame me if they get pissed. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I take a deep breath and give the door a louder knock. Hello? A pretty blonde girl peeks out from behind the door. What is this, a sanctuary house for intensely attractive people? If so, what am I doing here? I'm beginning to feel somewhat insecure about my appearance, to say the least. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Was I disturbing you? Pff, my grand's music's louder than that. No offense. The name's Max. Just moved in today. This here's Anne. Nice to meet you. Oh, you must be my new neighbors. I was wondering if anyone was living in those empty rooms. I'm Sally. I just moved in this past Friday. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you. Is that incense? Oh, it's just for meditation purposes. The energy here is so hectic that I feel there needs to be something tranquil to balance it out. Energy? Energy? Energy, you know, like auras. The spiritual force is connecting everything in the world. Why, if there's too much of one kind of energy, then... Rakesh, get in here! Sally just winced at that. Everything ripples outwards from there. I'm going to go keep meditating. If you're welcome to join me, if you like. No, thank you. Maybe some other time. Sitting in a smoke-filled room with a complete stranger, even one who seems perfectly nice, is still far outside my comfort zone. All right, see you at dinner. She waves cheerfully before shutting the door. Jeez. Max shrugs as the door closes, and he just looks towards the yelling noise and shrugs again. He gestures for me to take the lead. A few steps later, I turn my head, and he's nowhere to be seen. Well, I've come too close now. I can hear them loudly talking anyways. Well, it sounds like this will be interesting. I walk further down the hall, followed by the sound of Isabella's outrage. The door to what I can only assume is her room is, half open. I go inside to see what the commotion's about. Isabella's glaring at a young man who's acting like he's made some very regrettable decisions. I hope the two of them don't fight. I've barely been here in an hour. I'd hate to find out I made a terrible mistake in living arrangements. Maybe it's not too late to get reassigned? Yet another good looker, though. He looks as though he came straight off the cover of a romance novel. I can't believe you painted all over my dance pole. Or he's an exotic dancer and this house is secretly a strip club. What have I gotten myself into? I'm sorry. Do you not like the colors? That has nothing to do with the colors. I can't exercise at all with this fresh paint on here. But it looks more vibrant, yes? No! Well, maybe a little, but I'm still mad at you because you should have asked before you went off and used my things in your art project. You wouldn't want me to take all of your paintbrushes and tape them together to make a dance pole, would you? The guy thinks for a moment and then just shakes his head. I would not mind if you did that. And there's the problem. There's such thing as private property. Well, there's always such a weird transition there. It throws me off. What's this all about? Rakesh messed with my exercise pole. So I see. And? You're the RA. Why don't you talk to him about it? Oh, I'd love to, Isabella, but I'm afraid that overregulating things here would make me too much of an iron-fisted dictator. Seriously? I'm always serious. How else would I crush rebellions? Whatever. I'm going to go take a shower. Don't let the harm get you hit. Wow. I can't talk. Don't let the karma hit you on the way out. He spots me out at the corner of his eye. Oh, Anne. I'm sorry about earlier. I shouldn't have left halfway through orientation. Did you find your way around okay? Oh, definitely. Please don't worry about it. Let me know if you need any help unpacking. I'd like to make it up to you somehow. Well, I don't, but do you know where I could donate some things? I brought way too much. Of course. I know there's some clothes and book swaps on campus. I just have to look up when and where. Dominic spends the next hour looking up dates, locations, and... Dominic spends the next hour looking up dates, locations, and directions for various swap events, along with directions to the nearest thrift stores in town. I've never had a guy go so out of his way for me, though I'm sure it's just him doing his job as an RA. As I walk out of Dominic's room with a stack of helpful papers in my arms, I see the pole painting boy come out of Isabella's room, covered in considerably more paint smearing than before. Did he spend all that time cleaning up? Hello. Well, at least I was louder this time, if not by much. He turns to me and presses his hands together in what I can only assume is a respectful gesture. Namaste. You're new, yes? Yes, my name is Anne. I am Rakesh. It is nice to meet you, Anne. Thank you. Do you always... Well, I literally have no idea how to phrase it tactfully. Rakesh just tilts his head. Greet roommates? Have paint on? Oh, no. I do not paint other people's belongings. Most of the time. Most of the time? Have you ever had an idea so strong it takes over your thoughts? When I'm inspired like that, everything is a canvas. I see. I may have to invest in a lock for my door. I'm trying to figure out how tactful to ask Rakesh to leave my things alone when my stomach growls. I try not to let it show, but suddenly I'm very aware of the smell of food coming from the kitchen. It is time for dinner. Who's cooking? Usually it is me, but today it's Sally's turn. He doesn't look particularly happy about it. Is she a bad chef? Oh, no, very good. She's just, she does not cook with any meat or milk products, not even butter. Oh, vegan? Yes, vegan. Well, back home, there's no such thing as vegan, let alone vegetarian. Heck, meat, potatoes, convenience store food, maybe some Chinese takeout if you wanted anything particularly fancy. I wonder what a vegan meal looks like. I walk back downstairs and into the kitchen. Sally looks up from her frying pan and gives a cheerful wave. It looks like she's cooking some kind of patty? Oh, hello again. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes. Oh, okay. What are you making? Oh, nothing too fancy. Just, most of the people here are omnivores, so I'm making some good old-fashioned burgers and hot dogs. Wait, burgers and hot dogs, but wouldn't those have... they're veggie burgers and soy dogs. Oh. They look and taste just like the real thing. You won't be able to tell the difference. She just flashes me a smile so bright that I couldn't possibly doubt her sincerity. I suppose I'll take your word for it. Is there anything I can do to help? Oh no, I'm all covered here. You just have a seat and don't worry about a thing. Oh, okay. I go over to the common room dining table and take a seat. Over on the couch, Dominic seems to be giving Rakesh a half-hearted lecture on property rights. Heck, Rakesh seems just smile and nod, but I get the feeling it's not going to stick. I don't see Max yet, but I do hear what sounds like an electric guitar riff from upstairs. Crash? What was that? Hey, is dinner ready? Isabella comes down the stairs, fresh from the shower, by which I mean she's wearing nothing but a towel. You, get dressed before coming down here. Oh, is little Dominic getting all hot and bothered? At least the guy upstairs appreciated the view. She looks me over. And this girl too. Aren't you the one I bumped into earlier? Oh God, why am I blushing? Enough. Isabella, put some clothes on. It's a towel. I'm breaking neither house rules nor public decency laws. Face it, honey, in a war of escalation, I always win. We'll see about. Dinner served. Sally just bustles out, carrying so many platters, it's a wonder she hasn't fallen over. Burgers, hot dogs, buns here, sweet potato fries, and condiments over here. Enjoy. Ooh, I'm starved. Max come downstairs, limping a little bit. Are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Just dropped my guitar. No biggie. He winks at Isabella, and maybe I just shouldn't ask. We just all dig in. The texture is interesting, but once you get past that, the taste is okay. I'm not something I'm going to go out of my way to eat, but okay. I'm going to order a pizza. I reluctantly agree. You big babies, you barely had a bite each. Oh yeah? If you felt like you like it so much, how come your plate's nothing but fries? I'll have some later. I'm just bracing myself. Rakesh pushes his plate aside. Thank you for the meal. I am full. I don't think this is that bad. No, they're right. I must not have gotten a good brand. I'll just have to do better next time. She claps her hands. Dominic, make the 3 pizzas, one with no cheese. It'll be my treat this time. Well, and it so came to pass that my first meal on campus was delivery. Almost everyone in the house is incredibly lively. Heck, even Sally, despite her whole meditation thing. But even in the midst of all these strong personalities, I don't feel uncomfortable. Heck, maybe this will work out for the best. And for as long as I can remember, I've had this recurring dream where I hit an alarm clock over and over again until it stops. The strangest thing about it is it always happens just before I have to get up. I bolt upright and look to my left. Oh no. At 10:28, I have 2 minutes to get to class. I fled around my room in a frenzy. Socks, where are my socks? Oh, there's my book bag. Where are my notebooks? Are they under the yarn? Wait, no, I put them under the bed because there wasn't enough space. I finally find everything I need, put on my nice jacket, and race downstairs. I've never done anything well without breakfast, but can I afford to waste time on toast? I should really get... I spot someone standing stock still in front of the common room walls. Is that Rakesh? I suppose he must not have any morning classes. Rakesh's normally sleepy gaze is sharpened, laser-like onto some point on the wall. It's a little intimidating. I haven't seen anyone with such preternatural focus since my uncle's last hunting trip. Are you... Shh! He just frowns. Anne, look at this wall and tell me what is missing. It's a blank wall. Decoration? Life. There is no movement, no beautiful play of color, not even the cobweb of a lonely spider. Only starkness. It begs me to hatch its potential. But how? I'm sure this is all very fascinating, but I need to go. I start for the door. Wait! I have it. Anne, we must find a hacksaw. We will carve loveliness into this barren tundra. But please, I have to... Wait, are you suggesting we saw through the wall? Rakesh I don't know if you guys saw that, but I think my entire computer went through. I'm going to ignore it. Rakesh pauses and just gives a decisive nod. Yes! It is the only way. Oh my god. This is what he meant by mentioning getting taken over by inspiration. I don't think it was this bad. Oh, I'm so late. I really shouldn't miss my first class, but what if he really does go through with it? Well, we've got to stop him. The structural integrity of the house is at stake. Maybe you're just you're going about this the wrong way. He gives me a deep and expectant look. Don't panic. Just make something up. I mean, what if instead of carving into the wall, we made a relief to pop out of the wall, like an Egyptian phrase? We could use paper mache and mix paint with glue for color. That is brilliant. You are a visionary, Anji. G? Ah, that's right. You don't have that here. I'm working on being more westernized to fit in here. I want to belong in my new home. Just a phrase beyond... Oh my god. Belongs on that wall. Let us leave no paper untouched. Well, let's not go that far. I am doing terrible this time. I have no idea why. Well, finally lunchtime. I feel accomplished for having redirected Rakesh's creative impulses towards something worth a little less than property damages. He had apprehensive that I missed both my morning classes in the process. The sacrifices I make for art. I also have to email my professors for the syllabus later. Heck, at least I don't have any afternoon classes. College allows me a lot more free time than high school, all in all. Unfortunately, my scholarships aren't going to cover much more than school books and board. If I want to be anything other than a crazy hermit, I think it's in my best interest to find a job. I think I'll check my options after I get something to eat. I decided to grab a bite at the cafe on campus. Heck, I didn't pay for a meal plan, so there's no point in going to the cafeteria when the cafe food's probably better. Hey, welcome to Lingua Franca. Oh, this is interesting. If it isn't Cutie I bumped into earlier. We do have a habit of running into each other, huh? Cutie? Oh, you're adorable. I'm gonna have a lot of fun corrupting you. I'm just kidding. You're so fun to tease. Anne, right? Yes. Oh, you look hungry. How would you like a meatball sub? Well, that sounds good. All right, then. 1 meatball sub coming right up. Thanks. How much? Anne. What kind of housemate would I be if I made you pay for lunch on your first day of school? You can have it gratis. Just don't tell my manager, okay? Thank you. Isabella winks at me and just goes back to behind the counter to assemble my sandwich. She's much nicer than my first impression led me to believe. I wouldn't mind working here with her. Here you go, hon. The meatball sub is perfectly wrapped. I suppose she's been working here for a while. Excuse me. Do you, would you happen to know where I'd be able to find work? Work? There are all kinds of jobs available on campus. Heck, I started at the cafeteria my freshman year. I mean, it's one of the worst jobs on campus. High pressure, fast-paced, and people are crazy. The only good thing about it is even a monkey could do it. Most of the jobs open to freshmen are like that, though. If you want to get in on something worth your while, you need to show your skills. They won't even look at you twice. I mean, for instance, this job. If you think all you need to do is look good in a uniform, you'd think all you need to do is look good in a uniform. But people come in with crazy orders all the time. You need to be spontaneous enough to adapt to a customer. Like if they want a marinara sauce in their meatball sub and we don't have it, fast talk them into settling for ketchup. That kind of thing. I think most of the jobs on campus and in town get posted online. You can look up the qualifications, too. Well, all right. How do I get qualifications? Well, you want it fast and dirty or slow and steady? Both. I'd like to know my options, I guess. Okay. Now, you'll probably be spending most of your time during the day at classes learning, and since How to Be a Better Short Order Chef hasn't been a class since this school was a technical college, you're probably going to have to look for things to do. Just working a job's going to make you better at that sort of thing. Working at a bookstore will get you more organized, for example. It's slower, but you make money while you do it. That said, if you check the local blog site, you can find all kinds of things to do outside of school. Since you're my roommate, if you ask nice, I might clue you in on some things to do around town as well. Pretty please? Well, since you ask so nicely, there's a club downtown with a pretty decent low cover charge, and the rock climbing facility is great for the active climber, if you'd like to try that. It's pretty fun. They're relatively cheap, too. Not only can you have some fun, but if you pay attention, you'll pick up some good tips on how to do better at jobs. It's faster, but it also tends to cost money. Once you get skilled enough, you can start applying for some of the advanced jobs. Well, thank you, Isabella. Hey, don't worry about it. Come back anytime, little Anne. I'd be happy to show you around the ropes. Whew. Okay. Wow. I forgot. The reason I make the most mistakes in Anne's read-throughs is that I have to focus on the higher voice. Oh no, this is not good. Okay. Rakesh, I need reflective and creative. Good to know. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this. And, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.